Hello and welcome back to Everything Boats with Captain Frank Lanier, where we discuss boats and boating, from maintenance and repairs to seamanship and safety, as well as everything in between. This podcast is a companion to my YouTube channel of the same name, so if you like and find it useful, be sure to subscribe and please check out my YouTube channel as well, where you'll find hundreds of informative videos on pretty much every boating topic imaginable. So today's podcast is based on a segment of my YouTube channel called Ask Captain Frank. And this is where I take questions from my YouTube channel viewers, customers of my marine survey business, or just people randomly calling me up trying to get me to answer shit for free. So today's topic came about during a survey. I had a client and I were surveying a boat and we were looking at the engine. And when I looked at the engine, the coolant reservoir was empty, bone dry. And the initial, thought that most people would have, and the broker included, would be, hey, you know what? Let's just add some antifreeze to this reservoir, and we'll call it good, and we'll go ahead and do the survey and continue it, do the sea trial and haul out and all that stuff. Well, when you see a coolant reservoir that is low or empty, the first thing you should think about is not, hey, I just need to add some coolant and get this done. The first thing you should think about is, where the hell all this coolant go? Coolant, it doesn't evaporate. So if it's low or it's empty, the reservoir is empty, that means there's a leak somewhere. So the first order of business should be to find out where this coolant went and to correct it. The second concern you're going to have, or you should have, particularly as a buyer or the surveyor, is, okay, so now this reservoir is empty. How long has it been that way? Has the engine experienced some, overheating issues or overheating because of this coolant, lower coolant level or lack of coolant? This is the kind of thought process that should be going through your mind. Just, when you see that it's low, the initial thought shouldn't be, well, I just got to add some and we'll go about our business. You got to figure out where that thing, where the leak is. Why did this coolant, why is it gone? Why is it low? And once that's corrected, you also have to check the engine out, to see if it's been, overheated or whatever. Particularly if you're buying the boat, it's bad enough if it's your boat and you figure all this stuff out, you see that it's low. But again, most people, they'll look at it and they'll just say, let's just add the coolant and go about our business. But it's a lot more involved. And if there's a leak in the system, then it's going to probably leak out again and overheat, and you may have catastrophic engine failure because you get an overheat. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And if so, and you want to buy Captain Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the support link in the text description below. All monies received, not spent on coffee, will go towards making even more awesome podcasts for my channel. And as always, thank you for your support.